We got a major announcement that just dropped in the last 30 minutes. MiLaysia Fulwiley is going to LSU. I know I dropped my video the other day and I said, don't do it. I stand on that. I still believe that this is a mistake, but congratulations to MiLaysia Fulwiley. She's made her decision. She's going to LSU, and the South Carolina fans are now going to absolutely despise her because not only did she leave, but she left to the enemy. She went to the place where people look at LSU, people from South Carolina view LSU as our throwaways, our hand-me-downs, our garbage that we don't want anymore. I'm not saying our, because as me, because I am not an LSU fan. I am saying our from a perspective of South Carolina fans view LSU as lesser than gum on the bottom of a shoe. Maybe that's why she did it. Maybe that's how bad it was in that locker room for her that she had to make a point and say, look here, LSU ain't beat y'all in like, I don't know, a decade or so. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that. Maybe that's what it is. And if that's what it is, salute you. I just don't think this is the right move for her for what she seeks. Let's talk about this. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts or feelings here. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Like, subscribe, and follow. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell and leave a comment. By the way, if you haven't noticed, I got a new Rudy's Rant hat. The design is in the shop. Got a whole bunch of new things in there, women's basketball related, brand related. I got a couple of other things. Let's just show you real fast since I am here. I got most of my stuff right behind. I got a new t-shirt for Combat Corner for the MMA and combat sports junkies. But yeah, just check out the shop. If you have ideas of things that you would like to see, let me know. I designed it all, so let me know. This is a huge move, obviously, for her to go over to a rival in the Southeastern Conference. I thought it would be better for her to leave the conference and go up to Notre Dame or go to Duke or even NC State. I thought would have made a lot of sense playing next to Zoe Brooks right there. And I know there's people that believe that she's going to be running the point guard, that she'll be running point. I don't know. I mean, and then Flau'jae Johnson will be the 3. Again, you're looking at. I had people that disagreed with me. I had people that were telling me, "Oh, well, yeah, we need her." I'm like, you might need her for depth purposes, but for purposes of what she needs, what she wants, the real reason she left South Carolina, there were issues. She wants to play, man. She was being stuck. She was behind a wall. If I'm her, and I'm telling you this, if I'm her, and I'm looking at this from a perspective of you just brought in Tania Latson to take my job. Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be real pissed. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and pussyfoot around. I understand. I would be irate, in fact. I'd be like, you just did what? So you don't believe in me at all. You have no belief in me whatsoever. That's what Dawn Staley told MiLaysia Fulwiley when she made that move. Cut the bullshit, man. Cut the bullshit. That's what she told her. And everyone wants to say, oh, that's not what was said. They needed more. No. That's what Dawn Staley told MiLaysia Fulwiley when she said to Nia Latson, we need you. You're playing the 2 on our team. And MiLaysia Fulwiley sitting right there like, you for real? You for real, dog? Like, that's not what it's supposed to be. I did my time coming off the bench. I'm supposed to be a starter now. Like, that's what this is. I'm supposed to be a starter now. But now she's moving on over to LSU, the arch rival, the nemesis. Thing is, does South Carolina even view LSU as a rival anymore? Because in a rivalry, both teams have to win. Both teams have to win. And that has not happened in LSU, South Carolina in quite some time. I'm checking it out. When the last time South Carolina. Here we go. There we go. Let's see here. So I got it as 17 straight times South Carolina's beaten LSU. They haven't beaten LSU. LSU has not beaten South Carolina since January 12th of 2012. Think about that for a second. January 12th of 2012. We are in 2025. Flau'jae Johnson was 8 years old. Think about that. MiLaysia Fulwiley was probably around 8 years old, 8 or 9, 8, 7, 8, 9 years old, something like that. They were children in elementary school the last time LSU beat South Carolina in a basketball game, in a women's basketball game. So yeah, maybe there is that personal issue that she has with Dawn Staley. Maybe it's there, and you know, that game will be probably the most watched game in all of women's basketball next season, in college women's basketball. In fact, I'm sure it's going to be circled on calendars. There's going to be media waiting for it. This will be, you now have a storyline that you did not have going into next season. This is a storyline. Like, people think about like WWE and wrestling and stuff like that. People watch it because there's a story being told. There is a story now being told in women's basketball with these two teams. There is a story. I mean, whether you like it or not. Now, you look at the roster, and this is where I have concerns. I genuinely have concerns. They're going to run MiLaysia Fulwiley as the point guard. They have to. Because Michaela Williams is a shooter. Flau'jae is a slasher. That is where you're going to end up running MiLaysia Fulwiley. You're going to have to hand her the ball. Now, again, they recruited 4 guards in this class are all top 30. So it's definitely an interesting conversation because they do have guards. They're going to be deep at guard, and there's going to be guards taking some time. And if her desire is to play 30 minutes a game, 32 minutes a game, 34 minutes a game, whatever it may be, maybe that's not going to happen. And she sure as shit better beat out these younger players. She better. She absolutely better. Because last year, Anissa Morrow averaged 33 minutes a game. Flau'jae and Williams averaged 31. And after that, it was Cheyenne Day Wilson at 23, Samaya Smith at 22, Kaylin Gilbert at 19. Last year, Poa averaged 12. Miracle Shepard averaged 12. Josie Wolfenbarger averaged 12. Let's see what happens with these young rooks, man. Because, again, we'll see. Look, end of the day, the LSU Tigers still need to find a way to get Sarah Williams into Baton Rouge. I know for a fact that UConn wants her badly. I had people reach out to me from there. They want her badly. Like, that's a big thing for them. So that duffel bag is going to get dropped. Now, again, I don't think this is the greatest spot for MiLaysia Fulwiley. On top of the fact that, on top of the guard glut that you have there, I also think it's something to be said when you look at look at it from this particular perspective. Here is a reality. The pressure now is ratcheted up. People might say, people like pressure and all that stuff. Pressure busts pipes. Pressure busts pipes. And she's going to have a lot of pressure going to LSU. She would not have that same pressure level going to some school outside the SEC. Definitely not a rival of South Carolina. I mean, like I said, maybe it's not a rivalry to some people because they have won 17 straight games. It's still a rivalry. They're still the two best teams in the SEC and have been the upper echelon for years. So interesting move. She kind of blew it off saying it was all lies. Maybe she didn't visit. Maybe she already knew that's where she wanted to go. Maybe. I don't know. But she made that call. She's going to LSU. MiLaysia Fulwiley going to be playing for Kim Mulkey. Kim Mulkey's never hesitated to yell at somebody publicly. What happens the first time Kim Mulkey goes off on her on the sideline? Has one of her temper tantrums on the sideline. I mean, it won't look any different than Dawn Staley having her temper tantrum in the national championship game, right? Multiple times. But hey, man, good luck to her. Congratulations to her. And let's see what happens because now we got a story to tell. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and follow. Ring that bell. Leave a comment, of course, like I said. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.